Last week you talked about Leroy Carter being everything that the modern coach doesn't want. The small winger, not the big power winger. Finn Hurley, small, outside back. If we look around the game, not just currently, but if we look into the past as well, I feel like we can come up with a few, maybe a top 5. The greatest players that come from small packages, when size really doesn't matter.
Yes, they always say that.
Well, usually size does matter.
I was about to say, I was about to refer to the size of the fight, not the dog, but anyway. You rocked me there, Kirst.
I'm going to start off.
Yes.
I'm going to go first.
Go, please.
I'm going to throw out my favourite current player to watch. You talked about being at the shed in Napier and getting off your seat when you saw Finn.
Yes.
That's how I feel when I watch Cheslin Kolbe.
Oh,
Greatest rugby player in the world right now. If it's not Anton Dupont, it's Cheslin Kolbe.
You know Cheslin's my favourite player.
He's back-to-back Rugby World Cup winner. He makes you get off your seat. Actually, I'll just watch the entire game off my seat when that guy gets the ball. He has such a big influence for a winger. Which often in South Africa they haven't used.
They get ignored.
Yeah, exactly. They haven't used often.
Yes.
But Cheslin Kolbe, I feel like you can take him into consideration when you're talking about smaller athletes. 171 centimetres, same height as myself here, 76 kgs.
Yeah, well,
I could be playing on the wing for South Africa.
Yeah, you could.
Same.
Fewer shoes.
But he's the guy.
He is the guy. Currently at my former club, Suntory.
Filling his pockets.
Yeah, I'm sure he is. He'll be filling them nicely with Sammy Kane there, his teammate. You go Cheslin Kolbe. I'll go current player as well. Another Suntory former player.
They're all Suntory. Suntory only signs the best.
Actually, I've just got another one now. I've just thought of thinking of another Suntory size person. Damian McKenzie. Mm-hmm. He would
similar size when you're talking height and weight.
He'll tell you he gets to 80. He doesn't. He's about 78. So, and very short as well.
Yeah.
So he'd get to 78 and again plays well above. So brave.
Yeah.
You know, and
I love watching Damian play.
You mentioned that, you know, the coaches all want these power wingers and all the rest of it. To be this size, you have to be brave and you have to be able to make up for any perceived lack of size. But they are so quick that they make up for their power.
So what do we call this top 5 then? The top 5 bravest rugby players? What are you calling it?
Well, top 5 would be a nice PC. I mean, you could
top 5.
You could call it the midget 5, but we might get cancelled before we got started, so we might have to knock that on the head. Top 5 bravest.
Okay, so we've got 2. We've got Cheslin Kolbe, we've got Damian McKenzie. I'm going to throw another South African out there because right now they're just doing it for me.
You're going to have a lookalike.
Kurtley Arendse.
Yep.
82 kegs, 176 centimetres, so tiny bit bigger, but the guy can move.
Remember a couple of years ago when the All Blacks were playing over there and Cheslin Kolbe got ruled out late and they pulled in this guy who
we were like, who is
never
this?
heard of, and he comes out, he's got the headgear on and he was man of the match.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a suspension out of it, but he got man of the match performance that day and I guess the star was born then and there. But yeah, phenomenal player. I will go another one that I've played with and he's no longer with us. Well, he's still with us, sorry. He's actually doing Ironmans and
You just made it sound like he'd passed away.
No, he's still with us, but he's no longer playing on the big stage. But he did draw that out a long time, and he knows exactly who he is Shane Williams, the Welsh wizard. Played with him at the wonderful Diner Balls of Sangamahara, there on the outskirts of Tokyo, but his feet, ridiculous. Probably, I know Cheslin Kolbe's got great feet. He's got great feet at sort of full pace. Shane had great feet from a standing start. Shane would actually almost stop the game and stop the defender and then just do him with feet. Absolutely ridiculous. I think when we were playing together, he would have been late 30s, and I'm pretty sure Gats called him in as a late cover for the Lions tour. And I think the last time they were in Aussie, and I'm pretty sure he had a couple of hit-outs playing down there when obviously we were mucking around in second division Japan. So phenomenal player.
Size-wise, how did he match up to you? Where did he come up to? Oh, wow.
Yeah, not a big man, but again, like Damian, so powerful. So no, the Welsh wizard, Shane, he'll have to be in there.
And a 5th?
And a 5th. Did we have a 5th? Did they have a fifth? You had another one.
You had if you had the Welsh
yes.
wizard, you had the Fijian magician.
I did, yes, and I know we said it.
How could you forget about him?
Me and Kirst said we weren't going to have a halfback, so this is sort of stretching it. But
Well, you can't have a halfback.
no, this guy played 10 and 15s, but notoriously famous. Notoriously, don't know if that's the right word, but famous because he's the greatest sevens player of all time. As a young kid, he would have broken my heart many times, staying up late to watch the Hong Kong Sevens finals, and he would single-handedly do things that I don't think we'd ever seen or have seen since. They're just the absolute king of sevens, and of course that's Waisale Serevi. And I have seen him since he's retired, and you meet him around the place at some of the big events. I don't think he still comes under the 75 kilo bracket. But not a tall man, so yes, Waisale Serevi would round out our top 5.
Okay, so I'm throwing you on the spot here, but order them for us. Go 5 to 1.
What, smallest to biggest, or just impact?
Impact. Finish with our number 1. You've got your 5.
I've got
order
my 5.
them.
Well, I'm going to have to go. Who was your second one?
I had Aransa and Kolbe.
Unfortunately, Aransa will be 5. I will go Serevi 4, McKenzie 3, Cheslin 2, and I know Shane would be angry if I didn't rank him the number 1 small man of world rugby.
How's Damian going to feel? He's 3.
He's still playing. Damian, you've got a chance to climb the ladder.
He's put the pressure on for this weekend against the Brumbies.
Big performance this weekend, and you could jump a few positions.
Just before we go, I just wanted to make a massive shout out. We love celebrating consistency and success, and our Blackfern Sevens have won the Vancouver leg of the Sevens series for the 7th straight year in a row. The tournament this weekend was a tournament for Michaela Blyde. She was Michaela Blyde. She is now Michaela Blyde. She needs to be added to the list. Top 5, small pocket rockets. She's unbelievable. She needs to. I'm taking out Kurtley Aransa, and I'm putting Michaela Blyde in that list. She's just broken Portia Woodman-Whitcliffe's try-scoring record, so she is now the outright holds the most tries on the circuit for females ever.
Jesus, tough old editing afternoon for GT. He's got to cut and paste that one. But
Michaela's got to be on that list.
Absolutely. Brilliant for Michaela. Congratulations. And
264 tries.
What a 1-2.
Can you imagine scoring that many? You can't.
No, I
you
can't.
Imagine.
Yeah,
264 tries and 45 tournaments for Michaela Blyde.
I had a pretty good under 7s year once upon a time. Probably not 240 though.